What's up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes, Roz. Here with Proceed with Closer Blog, and I am back. I have been sick. I don't know what's going on, but it's a lot of colds going around, and this, for some reason, it did not go away in a week. I usually can get rid of a cold in a week, man. This cold stayed about 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm finally back here to talk about this indie tribe. Who do you say I am? Now, I'm be honest with y'all, I was kind of surprised I liked this album as much as I did. What I like most about this album is really it points out for a couple of songs my biggest pet peeve, my biggest issue. I think Chris, I always felt like, yes, we made inroads into mainstream rap, you know. Shout out to all the people who helped contribute to that. But I always felt that we can make some bigger inroads. And the way that we can do that is actually what we see in songs like Judges 16, 2 Samuel. You take a biblical story and you modernize it. So a way that people can understand it, put it in their language. Doesn't take away from the biblical principles, but you become that storyteller. And to me, Christian hip hop, yes, don't get me wrong, we got people like Shaolin who are storytellers. But his end goal isn't what you see on here. You feel like when you listen to 2 Samuel, like this dude is, some rich dude flossing, things like that. You feel like this David, but a modern day David. Why can't we take on personas in hip hop? Hip hop is all about personas, right? Not all about, that's an exaggeration. But a lot of popular hip hop is a persona. You got your players, you got your gangsters, you got your rich and flossing dudes, right? Why can't we do that, but then point it to Christ? And that's what you see in this song, these two songs, man. Why can't we have somebody take on the persona of a David, right? Do empower. It could be like, even instead of saying a king, it could be like a president or something like that. Somebody with money, somebody rich, right? So look at a 2 Samuel. Somebody like a Samson. You could take on that persona, modernize it, and you could cross over and get non-Christians to listen to it. But we don't do it. I never understood that. But this is finally somebody who actually did it. I hope one day, I pray one day that we can get somebody to take on one of these personas, which you see in hip hop, and just do it to the glory of God. Never understood why we couldn't do that. But there are other songs I like on here as well. Welcome to the Tribe. This feels like some 90s leaders of the new school type stuff, man. They all spitting and stuff like that. Some good stuff on here, man. Two-Way Mirror, another 90s Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip type vibe, those type of beats. And it's not just what else I like about this. It's a variety of beats. You got some stuff that feels like some 2000s Commons. They went for that vibe on some songs. They have some Southern type beats. Even with the song, with the 2 Samuel song, it feels like some My City, like some Detroit type stuff with the way they flow. Another thing that impressed me on here, yeah, I liked all, the rappers on here, but Torrey, I'm going to be honest, like I saw him at the Lecrae concert. I liked him. I liked his energy. I liked his testimony, things of that sort. But I didn't know he could do the East Coast sound and stuff. Like, if I didn't know he was from the Midwest, I thought he was an East Coast artist. Like, he really held his own with the other rappers on here. And I was like, man, he is really spitting. So Torrey impressed me. Now listen to his albums. They don't have this type of production. So it's not really my vibe, but listen to him on here, he got my respect. Torrey can spit. Now, stuff I didn't like about this album, the mixing is not bad, it's not horrible, but it's not great. A lot of the drums, stuff like that is not as clear. I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know if it's a bad mix. I'm not an expert in that, as I always tell y'all. But a lot of songs, it didn't hit because you could tell it wasn't mixed very as good as it could have been. So that really hurt it. Some of the skits on here, I really couldn't get into that. I appreciate that humor. I appreciate them trying to be funny and stuff like that. That's cool. But some of the skits on here, I would just skip it. But overall, man, I really enjoyed this album. Like I said, we have finally somebody trying to try a new genre. And again, I hope that one day we get somebody who takes on the persona, but do it in a creative way. Like I said, you can have a player persona. Not everything, but a lot of stuff you have in modern rap, we can do that as well, but then put a Christian twist on it. I think that could get people attention. Might sound controversial. Y'all might disagree. Let me know in the comments. Love to hear it. This is Proceed with Caution Blog. Props to Indie Tribe. Skip Bayless sucks. Go Pistons. And I'm out.